Ugh, I needed that drink. So, hello everybody. Um, so I'm currently setting up my new planner for 2026, and I just kind of wanted to do that with you. Touch a couple of things here and there from like the end of year reflection, setting new goals for 2026, and just kind of like reminisce and reflect upon the last year and the last couple of years because I just pulled out my last four planners, three physical, one digital, and I was looking at like the goals that I set for myself, and things are changing. And I was just telling this from another friend, um, that now that I'm getting older, I'm noticing that like the types of goals and dreams that I have are definitely becoming smaller and a little bit more realistic. So I kind of just want to like share that with you and just kind of revisit things, um, kind of plan stuff out, show you how my brain works because it works very differently, and just have a little check-in chat with y'all. I know I haven't posted a lot in 2025. I think it's the most I posted in a hot minute. But there's stuff that I wanna like expand on and elaborate, and hopefully maybe it will be a good year for the rest of us. So yeah, let me put the screen recording and do the things, and then I'll come and check in with you guys once I'm done. That might be future Diana, so editing Diana, we know that we're going to be making changes. We know that we're going to be editing, and it's probably not going to come out on the first week of January, and that is okay. Okay? Okay, cool. Two, I also, like, I have my first white hair, and it's driving me nuts because I should not be having white hairs, but alas, we have been stressed. So anyway, studio time. I guess we're gonna do the thing. I'll see you guys in a little bit.
Okay, y'all, welcome back to another video. First of all, what the fuck, girls? Like, oh my god, I went back to the 2025 video to just listen to like the goals that I had for 2025 and see where I was with stuff. Some stuff we hit the mark and we went above and beyond. Some other ones I really just missed the ballpark. But I'm gonna put like the reflection at the very end. So I'm still doing the digital planning, but I think I figured out like the new format that they have now for passion planners. So I'm just gonna like go through like the value set. So the first thing that I really want to work on is the creativity, the personal fulfillment, and let me pull up my notes here actually, so that way I don't have to like depend on the time lapse because I'm a clown. So I want to also, okay, so my three values for this year is going to be creativity, personal fulfillment, and balance. And basically what I came to discover last year is that I like definitely needed to figure out where I stand with things, considering 2024 going into 2025 was such a like a big change of like transition year, and just so many things have changed since then. So one thing that I noticed throughout the 2025 year is because like I was really loaded and kind of just have trauma and stigma around art, and things have not gone in better. For whatever reason, just shit has gone way worse than it needed to be. Um, with just everything going on with like generative AI, Twitter being a shit show with like the edit button. I've seen stuff, I deleted that stuff. Like I don't have a Twitter anymore, so I'm gonna have to edit at some point the link tree, but I ain't doing that. Um, and then just seeing where I stand with things, because I really struggle to make art now. And I also, when I went back to listen to my own video, I really did make art my whole ass personality. Like what was I doing? I've come to know now that I'm like, going into like a more adult life setting, I guess, or default, that like I can still be an artist even if I'm not producing every day, even if I'm not like actively working on stuff, because like that's just who I am. Like even though it's still like it's something that I identify with, it's not my whole like day. I actually have like a more fulfilling life now because there's more breadth to the conversations that I have, the experiences that I have now. And like I have a lot more freedom in choosing how I want to have those experiences and how much is too much, and I think that feels really nice for me. Um but also like I need to figure out what works for me now in terms of creating, because so many things have changed and I'm still dealing with so much baggage, so I need to figure out a way to make it fun for me again and just kind of go back to the basics and create for me, by me, for me, and like I'm the core audience for the stuff that I'm gonna be making. So yeah, if I do choose to share something, that's because I think I have like something to say about stuff that I'm making, but that does not mean that I'm gonna have to be pressured into a schedule or whatever. I do see that I did fulfill on the creativity part, that I ended up like posting a video over a month, and so far that's what I did at the tail end of 2025. So yay, I guess. But definitely this upcoming year, I think I'm gonna have to figure out how to continue doing that in a way that makes sense for me and my energy levels. And like I don't feel as shit as I did last year, but I still want to keep that upward trajectory and move at my own pace, even if that looks completely different from like what the rest of the online world is doing. Because like I just cannot be bothered to be rushed, y'all. Like that's not how I operate. Like I already hustle in other areas of my life, including work and just kind of a little bit of social life, because of just how everybody always kind of be asking me like to spend time with them, or like have an opinion, or they just want to share stuff with me, which I don't mind. It's just I don't know, lately, and including the holidays, it was just a lot of like interaction, and I haven't had a time to just sit with myself. I haven't had a time to just have me time. So that's kind of where the personal fulfillment piece comes through, because like I'm noticing that I'm figuring stuff out that I do like to enjoy consuming, like in terms of like media and books, and just what makes things fun for me. Like I'm figuring that out finally after like forever. And I think I would do want to achieve more stuff, but I think I need to figure out a better way to communicate how those achievement works, because like I have a system, and I think this year is going to be the year of the backlog, because there's so much stuff on the back burner that I haven't really touched because my mental health has been shit. But it's gotten better. I feel like last year wasn't as ass as it was in 2024, so that's progress, right? Like I don't know, it has to mean, it has to value, it has to be of something. So I took notes on like my 2025 reading resolutions, or just in general resolutions that I wanted to achieve in the year. And I think I'm just gonna like touch on that real quick. So, for 2025, I said I wanted to read 7 books, or just read how many books I get a chance to read without pressuring myself. Like, there's not gonna be like an exact number that I want to read. I just want to read like however many books I read in the year. And I think lightly I put 7 books just to give myself like leeway in case life happened and I just did not get a chance to do anything. On 2024, I had 14 books read. In 2025, I ended up reading like 4 times that. I ended up reading 43 books because I did like I did nonfiction books, I did a couple of fiction books, and then I read a shit ton of manga. So I count each volume of manga as like a book. So I was reading a lot of manga last year. I finished the first like series of Bloody Monday. I ended up like reading through a big portion of a series I've been meaning to find for the longest that my coworker just miraculously has. So I'm going through the second series of that specific franchise that she let me borrow, and I'm like in the middle of it. So hopefully that'll be a couple more books this year. But I think I just want to tackle the backlog this year for reading. So that's gonna be a thing. And also like the other value that I really want to like work on this year is just balance. And essentially what that means is I just want to figure out how to cater to every other aspect of my life without feeling like I'm burning out or being rude or just in general like doing too much. Because I want to balance like my personal desires of like continuing to tackle the backlog and finding joy in things and getting my mental health where it needs to be and like getting rid of all the emotional baggage that I still have from the past years. I guess I want to say from the past 5 years, and I just don't want to deal with that anymore. So I need to do a lot of like internal work as well, and I need to find a balance between that and having like a full-time job. Because at the start of 2025, I was unemployed, and then I got employed as a part-timer, and I did manage to like stabilize a little bit. But then the opportunity of becoming a full-timer happened just like this past November, and here we are. So I'm a full-time librarian, I guess now. But in the library doing passports, so like I'm learning all that, and that's been kind of stressful. Because most of it is just my coworker who's training me. She jumps a lot, and I'm so exhausted by the time I go home. So yeah. So that's kind of like finding the balance between me time, consuming content that brings me joy and doesn't trigger me, and also just in general like feel better and just kind of continue creating that space that I need to like breathe and figure a lot of other stuff out that I'm not gonna like get into here, because really like I don't even know what else I need to figure out other than just like who am I and also how I tick and stuff like that. So that's kind of where I'm at. I did say that I did not want to beat myself up for things and learn about my history and heritage last year. I did not get a chance to do that in terms of like studying the history of Guatemala, but I did notice that like as the year progressed, I started to talk better to myself, so that's progress. On the screen right now, you'll see that I'm setting up like the extra sections outside of like the planner stuff, like the nitty-gritty planner stuff, and I'm still tracking my mood, like overall just mental health, I guess. Every day I'm carrying over the reading list from last year because I still gotta tackle that backlog. The media consuming tracker, so that basically means like the shows that I watch, the like movies that I watch, or if something like else that it's a book, then I think like it's reasonable for me to do like a reading log entry, then I'll do that. But it's mostly just to keep track of like what I'm reading, when I'm reading, and if it's in the backlog or something else additionally, as well as like the bookshelf that I was saying. And here you can sort of see too like the stuff that I was writing, how I kept log stuff. I kept adding things to the back of the pages, and honestly like it felt really nice to like have a little bit of like a private recording thing with everything. So I'm very surprised that at work I managed to like read a lot of things on the job while things were slow, but also just I went on a really big tangent and side quest of like reading everything else that is not in the collection. So I do think I gotta do a better job of doing that this year, which again, I'm actually very surprised that I read that many stuff last year. Again, most of it was manga, but I guess I'm feeling comfortable reading manga now, so I guess I'll continue doing that. But I do want to go back and like go through my shelf of things and the backlog of things, because it's a lot, y'all. Like I do have a lot of books still that I need to read and do stuff with. And this is also the page that like triggered some of the intro, because like I was looking at the goals that I had for my life for 2025, and most of them are not achievable anymore because they're not realistic. And that's kind of what I meant, that like as I'm getting older, like the goals that I have are definitely a lot smaller, and like it's not necessarily that I'm not dreaming. It's just something in my brain tells me like I have to be more objective about things that I want to do in my life. So I definitely do think that that's going to be a big focus this year for me, to just figure out, okay, what's realistic for me to do where I'm at right now in life. Because like I kept going off about this art shop last year, and like I still want to do that. I just don't know when that's going to happen, because like how do you want me to produce something at a capitalist level, right? When I can barely spend more than an hour and a half working on art at any given time, if anything at all, in a given week. So like I need to reassess whatever is more realistic for me to actually do, and then go from there, because my relationship with art hasn't gotten any worse, but it hasn't significantly improved either. Like it's gotten easier to sit down and try to like work on a thing, especially because I'm still working on like a commission since like October, November. But I do definitely feel like some of the skill sets is coming back because I'm not so shit in my head anymore. Does that make sense? So like, yeah, I don't know. Like there's still stuff that I can like realistically say now that I'm older and I kind of understand a little bit more how money works and how the world is kind of operating. Where like going to Japan once in my lifetime makes sense. Like that's more, I feel like that's more doable and attainable than like owning a pet shop or owning a art shop with like my artwork in it when I haven't even figured out what's the best way that I go about making art or how I even feel about art currently. It definitely is a lot more positive, but like I don't know, like you know what I mean? I know I'm like trying to like give some really big like meta concept, but like I'm struggling to even find the words. I do want to finish a sketchbook, but my clown house decided to just buy another sketchbook, and I will record another like video later today after I'm done editing this one, like showcasing a haul and like actually working on my sketchbook, because like now that I have a little bit of motivation and like I've given myself permission to just play. And I don't think I've felt that in a hot minute. Like we're talking like a good 8 years. I haven't given myself permission to play. Because like now that I've moved on, not completely, but I moved on partially to like settle in and be more accepting of who I am and like what has happened to me and what has been done to me, and how I'm still trying to like take care of myself and just be proactive and like getting through that baggage and emotional trauma and kind of just post-traumatic stress disorder with the whole thing without therapy, mind you. Like I'm starting to give myself permission to play, and like the very close people in my life right now, they're kind of seeing that, and I do kind of get a sense of like expectation, but more so like the expectation of anticipating me working and like actually they're encouraging me to like make stuff that feels fine to me, and I haven't had that sort of support in a hot minute. So like I think I'm starting to feel safe again to make things. I don't have a timeline, and I don't want to say that I do, because I really don't. And if I do say something, it's going to be like every other time that I mention a timeline and like a goal or like a set amount of things, and I just drop the ball and don't do it because I'm a clown. I'm not just a clown, I'm the whole ass circus. So but I do definitely think that I'm starting to like figure stuff out, and I'm noticing that like my natural tempo for things is a lot slower than the rest of the world, from like what I can see from my viewpoint and vantage point of being on the internet, and I think that's fine. I do think I'm gonna start using at some point in my videos like the hashtag like a real human artist, because AI is such a pervasive thing right now. But also like maybe I'm starting to be a little bit more selfish with myself on like wanting to be more selfish in how I do stuff, and if I do share something, like that's because I feel comfortable sharing it and like don't feel really bad about it. So maybe in the future I'll use something more other than just like me doing studies or something silly. Maybe it'll be more of like me showing that I enjoy a thing in like a good context, and that's probably it. I still do want to mention that I met some of my health goals. So most of 2025, I did end up walking a lot more, so I was starting to be a little bit more active. Um, and I'm happy to report that I did lose weight. I lost 10 pounds, and I lost like 2 like clothing sizes, like I downsized, which is amazing to me. So I feel really motivated actually to continue making healthy choices. So I've cut out a lot of sugar. I've actually done a lot of like walking. But now that I'm a full-timer again, I don't really know how to like go about actually being active. Other than whenever I'm off, I can actually like go move around for a little bit for my own mental health and get sunshine in my face. And then also at work, another coworker who's also in the same position as I am, for our like I guess 15-minute break that we have allocated in at work that we're entitled to, like instead of like taking the elevator, we like take the steps up and down, and like sometimes we do walk around a little bit just so we can be active and just like not be sitting on our ass all day. And I think that's gonna help out a lot. Do I want to continue losing weight? Absolutely. How feasible is that gonna be? I don't know, but we'll see. We'll see. I did wanted to like record my weight early in like at the start of January to just kind of have a before and after by the time like the year ends. I have not do that. Like I'm not gonna lie, I did not weight myself, and I haven't weighted myself yet. So I will do that sometime today, maybe. We'll see. And then let's see what else. So on the backlog and on the streaming stuff, I think I figured out what days work best for me energy wise. That I'm gonna stream, but it's not like a guarantee that I'm gonna stream on that day. Sometimes things happen in my life where I'm unable to stream or I just don't feel like it, and I think I've gotten to the point in my life where like I don't beat myself up for it, because if I stream, I stream. If people find out about my stream and they want to come and hang out during the stream, that's totally fine. Like I'm not even expecting streaming to be like a side job or like the main gig or whatever. I think I'm just done with like unrealistic expectations to me. Do I still want my stuff to grow and my social media to grow and have a platform where like I have a community? Absolutely. Like that feeling of wanting to have a community has never gone away. It's just it's looking different now because I think my priorities and like what's realistic for me in a like safe, comforting manner has definitely changed. Like my idea of it has definitely changed. I think overall right now, I still want to work on art, but I think I'm gonna like work on art in my own pace without having to answer to anybody. Which means that content will happen whenever content happens for my patrons, because I don't know if you're gonna be listening to this. Probably you are, but we'll see. Whenever I think Patreon's gonna be like the most unhinged social media that I'm gonna have in the next couple of like days or like in this year in general, because Blue Sky I haven't used. Tumblr, I'm like a casual person there. I barely post stuff on my art account, but I think I will start posting more. I think I might populate stuff on Pixiv as well. I'm gonna update Toy House, but I think Patreon's gonna get the most stuff out of it, and like I think that's fine. I'm gonna reinstate the billing cycle for February 5th, so I will let my patrons know that hey, like the billing cycle will start on the 25th of January, but I'm gonna like pause it again once the 25th goes through, because I'm gonna unpause it on the 5th to get back on that schedule, because like I did not realize that that's what Patreon did whenever you pause something, but alas. Let's see, what's another thing that I wanted to share. Oh yeah, so backlog of reading is there, media has been cleared, so whatever I watch in the years, whatever I watch, I do have a backlog of like anime that I am interested in watching, and same thing with reading, same thing with some movies, but like it's not like I have to watch them in the year, you know? If I end up like consuming it, great. If I don't, that's fine too, because like there's so much stuff out there to like enjoy and consume and just like experience that I'm not gonna put myself in a label, you know? Like if I watch something, great. If I don't watch it, that's fine, because there's so many other things I could be doing that's still gonna benefit me, and it's gonna like make me a more well-rounded human being who's still kind and like conscious of everything and wants to see the best in people and wants to give people the benefit of the doubt, and still has like hope a little bit for the world, which is a mistake to do in this day and age. But like I just want to be a more well-rounded person and like just do stuff that I like without having to answer to anybody. Like, I think I'm done answering expectations other than expectations for myself. And even if I do have expectations for myself, I think I want to have realistic expectations. So yeah, I think that's where I'm at. I do want to move out this year, but I don't know how feasible that's going to be. It's just a thought in the back of my mind. But that's pretty much it, I think. Like, it's not super elaborate. It's not like I'm going to be like, oh, like, here's this goal I'm going to, like, do for the rest of the year. Nah. If I post, I post. If I don't post, that's fine. If I stream, that's fine. If I don't, that's fine. That's kind of going to be, like, the theming. And I did do, like, a mood board. I think I just want to be more free and accepting of like my cycles and my moods and my seasons, and I think that's fine. So yeah, I did end up watching like Beyblade, like the OG Beyblade. Wow, I did not realize how enjoyable that whole thing was gonna be. So there might be some fan art coming down the line. I know I'm like really behind on a couple of other like personal projects that I keep mentioning people that I'm gonna like do and never do. It'll happen. I just don't know when. And you know, that's fine because I'm gonna be turning 28 this year, and people can wait. We're not doing brain surgery, we're not like saving world hunger, we're not figuring out how to get the next set of humans up on the moon on the space station by NASA and whatever. I'm just gonna move as my own pace. And again, I think this year will be the year of the backlog. So yeah, I think that's pretty much it. I'm gonna let Edit and Diana take over from voiceover Diana and finish editing this, posting this, and then working on the other stuff and just having fun, like being offline, because like the online world is getting old and shitified, and just I ain't here for it. So anyway, if you listened through the entire thing, thank you so much for being here. Thank you for continuing to support my journey. Patrons, I love you. I hope you don't leave. Thank you for staying and being patient with me, and I hope you do enjoy like all the other shit I'm gonna be making, because my patrons do see stuff ahead of time. But if you don't want to wait for like every month for like a video from me, or like just scour my social media with like no recent posts as of late, Patreon might be your best bet to like get a hold of me better. So yeah, that's pretty much it. I hope you guys have been having a great start to your 2026. If not, I'm sorry. I see you. I know shit's bad, but we'll make it through. I have confidence that we'll make it through if we focus on the one thing that we can do and just try to get to somewhere else better. Alright, have a good one, y'all. I'll see you guys in the next one. I'll just let stuff play out for y'all. So I'm gonna go rest my voice. Bye. Thank you, patrons, again. Bye bye. Okay, if you made it through the rest of the video, thank you so much for watching me yap for half an hour. If you think I earned your subscription, by all means subscribe. If you think I did a good job on the video, I guess give me that like button, I don't know, or leave me a comment. What the fuck did I miss? Tell me about your day. I want to know. I want to have some interaction, and if not, that's okay too. Share it with a friend or mention about it to your family. Or, I don't know, tell me something interesting that you learned about yourself, like, last year. Again, my patrons get to see a bunch of other different things. They don't get a watermark video or watermark artwork. Even just $1 helps out with just maintaining things and just knowing that, like, my career as an artist and journey as an artist is worth pursuing and sharing with other people. And if you think if you have a suggestion on something that I can do better, then by all means let me know. Like, I want to make this fun for everybody. Alright, now for real, I am gonna leave. Bye, you guys. Have a good one. See you in the next one.